Hey, J-Bros popping in here. So this is my first kind of dive into the FORTISHD track that I had got. I've got about somewhere between 5 and 8 hours on this. I can't remember exactly. But this side here, I've been getting a little bit of slippage, so I think the track has finally settled in. So I'm going to do a little tightening on it. So pretty much what I'm looking for, I want to check in on the wear a little bit, and I'll show you up close and personal here what I notice and what is just general kind of, you know, hey, it's just gonna happen wear. So like right here, there's a little bit of a gash here. That's probably just, let's say, a rock getting in somewhere that you can't really, you know, worry about. What I'm looking for is just general consistent wear on here, and I really don't see any on there. On the inside here, that looks pretty clean as well. And you see these marks, if you can see, like right here and right there. I think those were, if you saw in one of my other videos, and I'll just reiterate it, I took off the sharp edges that were on these, oh my goodness. I can't even think right now. Well, on this thing, I had ground the sharp edges down on the inside and the out, so that I could stop those from cutting on the thing. Because I'm sure as time goes on, rocks get in here and just, you know, smush this, and it flattens out and gets sharp. So anyway, I've touched those up. But overall, you know, track's been running great. I mean, you can just tell that this track is on there, and it's just like perfectly made on there. It's like tighter on there. It's kind of tough to explain. But from the side here that's slipping, what I first off noticed, and this is just by standing on it, the old flex test, okay? And then you kind of go down here. You know, as one gentleman mentioned, and I kind of copied kind of what he was saying, we kind of want a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch down here of gap. Well, I'm sitting at about 1 inch, and that's just starting to get too much play. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this side up. And I'm just going to go off a kind of a rough ballpark guide on this. I've got 1 3/8 gap on this side from the lock nut to the bolt. On the other side, I have 1 1/4 inch. And I think that extra tightness on that other side is causing that side to stand up better. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this side up, and we'll see where we can get to. Try to get you in the best spot here possible. It's pretty much the same stuff I did, you know, all the other times. Get in here. I already did loosen up the lock nut, so I don't have to worry about that. And I don't have to take that off all the way, but I'll just show you, just because if it's first time doing this, there's just this lock nut on there. And it doesn't have to come off the whole way right now, because I have plenty of room on that bolt. And I'll just reiterate, when I got to these new tracks, there's so much more rubber on these tracks. This bolt stays out way further. On the other tracks that I was running, there wasn't as much rubber on these. And my bolt, I was contemplating I might need to get a longer tension bolt in there, but I don't need to do that anymore, just because these tracks are way thicker. But anyway, I'll get in here and start wrenching on this. And like I said, I'm probably going to go till I can see some of this move. Because like I said, this track is in here snug. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna really go any further than that. That feels aggressively tight. Because I don't want to get on here where I'm just cranking this down, you know, super tight. I kind of want the track to keep settling in versus, yeah, here I got it so tight Yes, right now I'm 1.25 inches right here, and that's basically what the other side is sitting as well. And I don't know if you can really see there, but there's still some flex in there. But like I said, this is on here pretty snug. So I'm just gonna roll with that, because you're talking, it wasn't terribly bad. Well, it wasn't bad at all. It was just starting to show that it was slipping just a little bit, and I just wanted to be in front of it. So that's all I did to snug this up, and lock bolts back on there. Let's go take a peek at the other side and just see if we notice any wild wear spots. Like I said, it just pays to get in here and just look at what we're dealing with. And you know, here's the extra wear pad on this FORTISHD track that the other tracks that I've had have not had. And see, here's a gouge. Well, that's not chronic wear, if you know what I'm saying. That's just some random rock got in here and did its one-time damage. We're looking pretty good here. You know, all these look great. That means the sprockets are ground down like they should be. And we'll check on the inside here. Wish I had a little bit better light. Maybe I will grab a light here quick. And I'm finally getting organized here in the shop, so I can go find stuff super quick. I'd say after this week, I won't be chasing around looking for stuff. Let's look down in here. You know, that stuff there looks pretty darn good. I just want to see this top stuff. Let's get under here. Yeah, see, this is all really nice looking there. You know, so even when it's slipping, you know, it wasn't doing any damage here, so that's a good sign as well. I don't know, overall, as I've mentioned before, the original track, I pretty much had that shredded in 8 hours, and obviously you guys know the history on that if you look at my past videos. But so far, I'm insanely pleased with this FORTISHD track. And you know, like I mentioned before, this got a 2-year warranty to it. So if this doesn't perform how we want it to, they'll take it back. But yeah, that's all there is for the track tightening. So far, worth every penny. I don't have any of that slipping. And I'll just reiterate too, I have no clue how this track could slip off of here. I really don't. I think you could go out here and do 360s as long as you're in reasonable material. You know, if you start getting gravel falling in here and stuff like that, yeah, you might be in trouble. And I see some of the other rigs where they've got plates that cover all this. I'd say there's got to be pros and cons to that. I would say a pro is you're keeping a lot of material out of there, but the con would be the material that does get in there, how the heck does it get out of there? So that's just a, you know, open-minded thought that I've had questions on it. Like, God, should I put a plate on here so no material gets in there? Or do you just keep it open, and when you got a wider bucket, you have less chance of material getting in here? So I don't know, you know, just another one of those things that I randomly think about. But simple video for me, tightening up the track on the new FORTISHD track. If you got any questions, please comment down below. J Bros out.